12-year-old Thomas loved Christmas. The twinkling lights, the delicious treats, the anticipation of presents, it was pure magic. But this year, Christmas felt different. A chilling wind seemed to whistle around the house, and the festive decorations appeared sinister in the flickering firelight. One snowy night, while his parents were out, Thomas stumbled upon a hidden file on his father's computer. Curiosity piqued, he opened it. He was met with a horrifying scene, a dark web forum dedicated to a twisted version of Christmas. The forum was filled with macabre images and disturbing messages. People discussed rituals, sacrifices, and a dark entity they called Krampus. The more Thomas read, the more his heart pounded. He felt a sense of dread he couldn't explain. Suddenly, the power went out. The house plunged into darkness, broken only by the crackling fire. Thomas was alone, surrounded by the chilling silence. He heard a scratching sound coming from the chimney. His blood turned to ice. A dark, grotesque figure emerged from the chimney. Twisted antlers adorned its head, and its eyes glowed with an evil red light. This was Krampus, the embodiment of Christmas terror. Krampus approached Thomas, a cruel smile stretching across its face. It spoke in a raspy voice, "You have discovered our secret, child. Now, you must pay the price." Thomas screamed and ran. He desperately searched for a way to escape the monster. He remembered the fireplace, maybe he could climb up the chimney and escape. He scrambled towards the fireplace, but Krampus was close behind. Just as Thomas reached the chimney, Krampus grabbed his leg. Tears streamed down Thomas's face as he was pulled into the fiery depths of the fireplace. As the flames engulfed him, he heard Krampus's chilling laughter echoing through the house. The house burned down, leaving only ashes and smoke behind. The next morning, firefighters found the charred remains of Thomas and his parents. The cause of the fire remained a mystery. But in the shadows of the dark web, Krampus continued his reign of terror, waiting for another child to discover his dark secret. As the legend of Krampus spread, it evolved into a myth used by parents to scare their children into behaving. But what if it wasn't just a myth? What if Krampus was real? Thomas never escaped the fireplace. He became trapped in the dark, fiery world of Krampus, forever condemned to suffer his torment. Now, he roams the dark web, searching for other children who have stumbled upon his secret. Image prompt: a young boy with burning eyes and a twisted smile emerges from a computer screen, ***. He promises them gifts and treats, but his true intentions are much darker. He wants to lure them into his world, where they will suffer the same fate as him. So, this Christmas, be wary of what you see online. And remember, there is a dark side to every holiday, even the most beloved ones.
Christmas Eve arrived with a frigid wind that whispered through the bare branches outside my window. The cozy glow of holiday lights and the scent of evergreen permeated the air, creating an atmosphere of festive warmth. Little did I know that the night would unfold into a chilling symphony of horror. As the clock struck midnight, I found myself unable to resist the allure of the serene snowfall outside. I bundled up and ventured into the quiet streets, my breath visible in the crisp air. The world around me seemed hushed, as if nature itself paused to celebrate the magic of Christmas. Turning a corner, I stumbled upon an old church, its spire piercing the starlit sky. Drawn by a haunting melody, I approached cautiously. The sound of ethereal voices echoed from within, beckoning me to step inside and witness the source of the enchanting song. The church doors creaked open with a ghostly moan, revealing a dimly lit sanctuary adorned with flickering candlelight. The haunting melody intensified as I stepped closer to the altar, where a spectral choir materialized, a group of transparent figures, their faces serene yet hollow. The translucent choir members, dressed in tattered Victorian-era garments, swayed to the haunting rhythm of their own song. Their eyes, empty of life, fixed upon an unseen conductor. The atmosphere pulsed with an otherworldly energy as the spectral voices rose and fell in a haunting harmony. A mesmerizing blend of fear and fascination gripped me as I watched the ghostly choir perform. The song, unfamiliar yet hauntingly beautiful, resonated with an ancient sorrow. I became an unwitting audience to a Christmas carol from beyond the veil, a melody that transcended the boundaries between the living and the dead. Unable to tear my eyes away, I felt the temperature in the church drop. The flickering candles cast elongated shadows that danced upon the worn pews. The spectral choir, oblivious to my presence, continued their eerie performance. As the last notes lingered in the air, the translucent figures turned their gaze toward me. A chilling silence enveloped the church, broken only by the soft patter of snow against stained glass windows. It was then that the conductor, a ghostly figure cloaked in a tattered choir robe, approached. Their face, etched with an otherworldly grace, bore a melancholic expression. In a voice that resonated with the echoes of centuries past, the conductor spoke of a curse that bound them to this spectral choir. Once members of a choir that performed sacred carols during the holiday season, they were condemned to relive their final performance for all eternity. The conductor's tale unfolded, a story of betrayal and tragedy that unfolded on a Christmas Eve long ago. A jealous rival, consumed by envy, had poisoned the choir members, ensuring their souls would forever remain entwined with the haunting melodies of Christmas. The conductor, the only one spared from the deadly plot, bore witness to the spectral curse that trapped them in an eternal performance. Haunted by the revelation, I questioned the conductor about the purpose of their spectral song. The answer sent shivers down my spine. The curse could only be broken if a living soul willingly joined the choir and took part in the haunting Christmas carol. Realization dawned upon me as the conductor extended a ghostly hand, inviting me to join the spectral choir. Fear and compassion warred within me, but a newfound understanding compelled me to break the curse that had bound these souls for centuries. With a hesitant nod, I joined the ethereal choir on the altar. The conductor's eyes filled with gratitude, and the haunting melody resumed, enveloping me in an otherworldly embrace. The ghostly voices, now accompanied by the hesitant addition of my own, echoed through the ancient church. As the spectral song reached its crescendo, the atmosphere vibrated with an unseen force. The church seemed to quiver as the curse that had ensnared the choir began to unravel. The faces of the ghostly figures softened, their hollow eyes reflecting a profound release from centuries of spectral torment. The final notes lingered, and the ethereal choir, now liberated from the curse, began to dissipate like morning mist. The conductor, their form glowing with an ethereal light, offered a nod of gratitude before fading into the spectral symphony. The church fell into a profound silence. The haunting melody, once a curse, now echoed only in the recesses of memory. The flickering candles resumed their gentle dance, and the holiday lights outside the stained glass windows painted the sanctuary with a warm, comforting glow. Overwhelmed by a mix of relief and awe, I stepped out into the snowy night. The church doors closed behind me with a soft thud, and I found myself alone in the peaceful stillness of Christmas Eve. As I walked away from the old church, the winds carried the remnants of the haunting melody into the winter night. The tale of the spectral choir, once a curse that bound them in eternal sorrow, had now transformed into a Christmas miracle, a testament to the power of compassion and the magic that can unfold on a silent, snowy night.